So yeah, if you missed that last video, I did put a message in the description because I completely forgot to tell y'all Happy Thanksgiving. But I do hope you guys had a good one. What a week of Thanksgiving week's football games this far, especially the NFL. In fact, I am now 0-3 in Thanksgiving games this year. That doesn't happen often. Once again, hope you guys had a happy Thanksgiving. Now let's get to the episode. Welcome back to Grizzly Talks Football. I'm the Grizz. We are going to be talking about some Thursday Thanksgiving Day football games, reacted to those, and also talking about some Big 12 championship scenarios. One of the parts of this little Big 12 chaos tree has already happened. Yes, I tried to get it a little bit earlier, but it's the best I can do right now. But anyways, if you're enjoying this series so far, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Hit the red subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos because it helps the channel a lot. Without further delay, let's go react to those Thursday games, the Thanksgiving Day. For the first game on Thanksgiving Day, the Green Bay Packers swept the Detroit Lions, this time beating them 31-24. Josh Jacobs came back, and yeah, the switch was already on, but it got flipped on even more. And what a game for Jordan Love as well. 4 touchdowns, 230 yards. The guy is one of the top half QBs in the NFL. But also, what a game for Dontavian Wicks. 6 catches, 94 yards, 2 touchdowns. Other touchdowns went to Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson. As for the defense, it was led by, of course, Micah Parsons. 2.5 sacks. Keyshawn Nixon and Isaiah McDuffie had 7 tackles, completing a real challenge. By the way, Real, the best sports app for statistics. They had 7 tackles each as far as solo tackles. But yeah, when Dan Campbell kept on going for it like twice in the game, or maybe even 3 times, Packers stood strong. Speaking of Jared Goff, he was surgical, 2026, 256 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jahmyr Gibbs got the workload, but David Montgomery was the one who scored. Fortunately, Amon-Ra St. Brown went down with an injury. He got targeted once, but then he also got rolled up on by his own teammate. And Jameson Williams, in his absence, put on a show. 7 catches, 144 yards, and a touchdown. And also, the Tesla got a touchdown as well. And besides Brian Branch and DJ Reed getting a forced fumble, defense, not so great. Of course, we all know what happened. Packers ended up getting a couple first downs, and they ended up stealing the game away. Go win, Green Bay. I was wrong about you. But you better hope the Chicago Bears don't beat the Eagles on the Black Friday game so that you can get the NFC North Division in first place for now. And another instant classic here. In our second game, the Chiefs lost to Dallas 31-28. Wow. And yes, I am recording this on a Black Friday, so you're welcome. Anyways, what a game for Dallas, man. I was really hoping they would win, though, to be fair. But, hey, man, they got it done. Impressive game for Patrick Mahomes. 4 touchdowns, 260 yards. Rushing game was pretty decent. Rashee Rice, of course, leading receivers. 8 catches, 92 yards, 2 touchdowns. And the other touchdowns went to Travis Kelce and Hollywood Brown. Couple of highlights for the Chiefs defense. Jalen Watson interception on the first drive of the game that led to a touchdown. And Trent McDuffie forcing a fumble. But other than that, yeah, they just could not stop Dallas' offense whatsoever. As for the Dallas Cowboys, Dak Prescott, 2 touchdowns, 320 yards, and an interception. Malik Davis had himself a 43-yard rushing touchdown. And receiver was headlined by CeeDee Lamb, 7 catches, 112 yards, and a touchdown. George Pickens had 6 catches, 88 yards, including a game-clinching first down catch that pretty much sealed it up for Dallas. Oh yeah, Javonte Williams also had a receiving touchdown. Jadeveon Clowney had 2 sacks in a night where Dallas' defense has 3 sacks. And Donovan Wilson even forced a fumble. I think it was on Kareem Hunt. How about 3 field goals for Brandon Aubrey? Obviously, the defenses didn't really show up here either. It came down to which team would outscore the other, and Dallas' offense proved to be the one to do it. And all of a sudden, the Chiefs are 6-6. What is going on? In the final game, which happened last night, Bengals absolutely BTA'd the Ravens 32-14. Joe Burrow showed up for this game, and he showed out. Not sure whether I'm making him throw 46 times, but he was 24-46, 261 yards, and did throw 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown continues to impress, having another productive game with 5 yards to carry. Getting Jamar Chase back proved to be a blessing for Cincinnati. 7 catches for 110. Touchdowns went to Andre Yosivas and Tanner Hudson at tight end. I kid you not when I say this. This team, Baltimore, turned the ball over 5 times. Demetrius Knight got an interception. 2 forced fumbles by Battle and Osai. And there was also 3 recoveries. Jane Davis even forced a fumble as well. I mean, what is going on at Baltimore? I heard they turned the ball over 5 times. And Lamar Jackson was absolute horseshit in this one. 17-32 for 250 yards, threw a pick, fumbled twice. At least the rushing game scored. Derrick Henry had a touchdown, so did Keaton Mitchell. And Isaiah Likely was the receiver who had the lead in yards and catches with 5 catches for 95. The other fumble, of course, was Zay Flowers. I think there was a fumble on a kickoff or a punt return. I'm not too sure. And besides Travis Jones, Marlon Humphrey getting the sack, and sometimes Malachi Starks as well. Yeah, this defense didn't really do anything. They were able to hold them to a couple field goals up until they started scoring. Well, they scoring touchdowns. I forgot to mention this, but yeah, 20 points from Evan McPherson, 6 field goals. Besides the 2 scores, Baltimore's defense was in a bend-don't-break situation almost all the time because the offense kept turning the dang ball over. I will say, Cincy, your season may be over, but hey, you did beat a division foe. So at least that's something to be proud of. And now we're on to Big 12 championship scenarios. There are 4 teams pretty much in the race. It's Texas Tech, BYU, Utah, and Arizona State. Utah's already beaten Kansas 31-21, so all they need now is for Arizona State to beat Arizona, Texas Tech to lose to West Virginia. Doesn't matter what happens with BYU. All Texas Tech needs to do is clinch a spot in the Big 12 championship is to just beat a 4-7 West Virginia Morgantown. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's in Morgantown, it's on the road, so maybe it could be a challenge then. Yeah, probably not. All BYU has to do is just beat a 5-6 UCF team at home. And if they want to get in the playoff, they pretty much have to beat Texas Tech or hope some chaos happens. Arizona State has 2 scenarios that they can get in here. First one is beating Arizona, having BYU lose to UCF. The other path is beating Arizona and then sneaking in with Utah and Texas Tech losing. That second situation is already at the door because Utah already beat Kansas. So their only hope now is to beat Arizona, and BYU has to lose to UCF for Arizona State to make it. I'm crossing my fingers for tomorrow that we can beat UCF so that we could just make it to the Big 12 Championship, our first ever conference championship game since, I gotta believe it was 98. Because remember, the WAC used to have a championship game too. Well before, it got downgraded. Good luck to the rest of the 3 teams. Arizona State plays tonight. Texas Tech and BYU play tomorrow. That's going to do it for the Big 12 scenarios and week Thanksgiving Day football game reactions. And that'll do it for this episode of Grizzly Talks Football as well. You enjoyed this episode, make sure you did this up. Big that thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. This is the Grizz signing off for now. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Peace, love, keep the Grizzly vibes with you at all times. Take care.